Good morning, art buddies, and welcome to Bricolage with Paint Girly. Just pulling out some waxed paper. Hi, Jean. How are you? Nice to see you. I don't think this box tears very well. But I was on Tuesday evening. Hey, Jacqueline. Debbie Epps gave a tip that when she works in her art journal, she puts wax paper. Yeah, there she is. Talking about, yeah, she come in. Hi, Debbie. I'm doing the wax paper. See a couple of sheets. So I didn't think I had any in my supply drawer here, but I did. Don't tell Ron. I stole it out of the kitchen, I'm sure. Hey, Vale, good morning. Oh, goodness. I wanted to get more than two. I just started painting a page before everyone got here. So what are you up to, Jean? Or should I say Jeannie? Rabbit. Good morning. Okay, here we go. I got one of those little pincher things here so I can pick stuff up off the floor easier. Well, it started out kind of thundering today, and I thought, we're going to get some rain, and I think they are calling for rain, but right now it seems like the sun is wanting to pop out. And boy, in the next couple of Jeannie, okay, thank you, but I answered anything. Yeah, okay, great. I just wanted to get it right. I thought it was Jeannie, but I didn't want to assume. Thank you for telling me. And the days I popped into Mary's, I didn't shop, but I popped into Mary, and she was saying she's anxious for spring, and we've had a couple of nice days. I'm anxious to be able to leave my door here open. Jacqueline said, I've got you up on the big TV, and just trying to figure out what I'm going to do for the day. Probably start off with dishes. Jacqueline doesn't sit still very often. All right, so I've got some wax paper. Now, a little while ago, I think we were talking about gluing magazines together to make an art journal, which is what I have here. You're finally able to dye on the normal rocks. Yeah, that's nice. So I took two Somerset Studios and I glued them together. And then I put packing tape on them. And at the time, I couldn't find my duct tape that I wanted to put on the spine. So I was in a big hurry. So I took this batiste fabric and just made a couple of bands. And then before I did that, I covered my pages well with the packing tape. And, well, when I first did it, I thought, I wasn't too happy with the covers being glued together because it made it really stiff where they connected. Jacqueline said she doesn't mind that. Good morning, Joyce, because it kind of makes like a divider, but that annoyed me. So I ripped my back covers off, but it's still stiff, even still. I mean, I guess how could it not be? Well, I guess because that's the front cover I kept. I don't know. Anyway, I think it's really cool. I don't know that I have done any art in it yet. I started to prep some pages, and I ran across this the other day, and I thought, I wouldn't mind working in that a little bit. So that's what I'm doing today. So if you're just coming in, I just tore some wax paper at the advice of Deb Epps. She uses that in between pages while they're drying. So the first thing I want to do is I did a little bit, but I don't know if it's every journal, but this Somerset has like decorative papers in it, and they are stiffer than the magazine pages. Well, I have my phone here so I can keep a better eye on chat, and I didn't open it up. So let's see. I know I turned my sound down. Is that me? Where am I? Where am I? It's so sad I never can find myself. I had it open, but everything goes to sleep. There it is. Okay, so I can hopefully keep a better eye on. Hey, Connie, good morning. I hope it's fun. So I'm going to take out these heavier pieces of paper. They're really, really heavy. Especially when you have two of them together. And they're perforated. So this is what I've already pulled out. I mean, they're really nice. See, I hit the camera already. Cool. Isn't that cool? That's a nice one. Love that. I might be able to use some of this in a journal that I'm working on. Oh, that's kind of got, I wonder if they're all double-sided. I don't know that they are. Oh, yeah, look. Artist paper, they call it. Oh, it's kind of cute. Yellow. I don't know why every time I say yellow, I have in my head yellow, mellow yellow. I'm just a silly girl. Brave, wear your crown. This one's very subtle, what's on the back. I think there's a few more in here that I haven't. Yeah, look at this one. I haven't taken out. I have a hard time getting them started. I didn't do that one so well. It's different. That might be all of them. Oh, nope, here's another one. Look how cool this one is. Oh, there's two. I'm ripping out of Somerset Studio, two magazines that I've glued together to make a magazine art journal. Love that. Love this one too. I'm not doing so good with tearing these out. See, that one really didn't. I'm sure it's perforated. I'm sure it's me, not the paper. No, I know I did do some. This had like a booger thing here with something sticking on it. So those pages are still kind of sticking together. It's got some really cool stuff. Oh, good, Connie. I'm glad you're enjoying them. Now, are you coloring and then using the water, or you're using them as a just as a color pencil? Inquiring minds want to know. Okay, so I started before you guys arrived, so I'm just put a base coat of acrylic paint on that page. Using the water? Oh yeah, backgrounds for sure. Now in this Somerset look, I don't know what this is for. I haven't really read the stuff over here, but Peggy Fitzmaurice just sent me a reel where someone's doing watercolor paints of little birds, and they're so cute. I think I want to try them in those blank circles. Now, of course, it's not watercolor paper, but I might give it a go anyway. So I was just thinking like some of these pages, I'll paint over those. So I did green. I want to do this. This I just added packing tape because this is kind of starting to tear a little bit. So I thought I might cover that with fabric once I paint a little bit here. So this is where my books are attached. And let's see if there's any paper in here. I wonder if that other book was a special, because I don't remember tearing. Well, I wouldn't remember anyway. Who am I kidding? They don't feel any special paper in here. So these I painted out. This is the magazine. I don't know why I saved those words. So, oh, there's a couple of birds that are cute. So I pulled out my sprays because I don't know, of course, magazine pages. Oh, so you got a glare there. Let me see. Let me see if I raise that. Oh, that doesn't help, does it? It's got to be higher. It's got to be higher. Higher. Let's see if this works. Well, it works for right now. We'll see. Might have to adjust. It took me a while to start using mine too, Jeannie. And then when I started to use them, hey, good morning, Peggy. I was just talking about you. I was telling the girls that reel with the little, or the video with the little birds, the little watercolor birds on that you sent me. And then when I started to use them and wanted to sharpen them up, it just drove me crazy that all those crumbs would be wasted. So I got, where did I put those? Oh, they're up there. I can't reach them. So I got those. Well, I should probably show you if I'm talking about it. I got a couple of these. I think they're supposed to be for alcohol inks, maybe. But I put my watercolor crumbs in here so then I can use them as a paint palette. God forbid I throw anything away. Ay, 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 ay. Anywho, there you have it. So I got out one of my little jelly plate pieces. I thought that might be handy if I'm going to roll on paint. And I have my sprays. I'm thinking the sprays, I don't know that it really will soak in so much here. I wish I could figure out, see if I do this flat. I don't know if you're going to really be able to see what I'm doing. What if I put my paper towel there? Maybe that's a little better. I kind of look like two eyeballs. All right. Welcome to everybody who's coming in. Thanks for stopping in and hanging out for a little bit. That's wonderful. I'm going to, that was like, I guess, what Dee Dee would call reverse collage kind of thing. But to start, I'm just going to maybe prep some pages and see how it goes. So before I do spray, I think I'm going to try to wheel a little bit of color on here with my sprayer. Now, most of my, oh, this is a nice color. See what else we got. And that might work. Most of my paints are kind of hard for me to get to because I have stuff stacked in front of my wheel. Okay, so this is Summer Squash Art Deco, no, Deco Art Americana. And, oh no, I was going to do the wheelie. Just going to do the wheelie over here. Now, the hard part about prepping ahead to me is you may not remember why you put something on a page. Hey, Kel, good morning. Jeannie says, question, glued pages with a stick glue or wet glue? I don't have much luck with stick glue. I guess it depends. Some people really love it. Maybe I'm just not using a good brand. I don't know. But I used a wet glue to glue the actual magazines together. Now, of course, if you wanted, see your Fabri-Tac or your Beacon glues, I think they're really good to use, but they're expensive. So there's that. Now, I kind of like this because, my text is kind of peeking through a little bit. Good morning, Gail. So now let me take one of my little wax paper pieces. And in the words of famous Keisha from Keisha's Creations, moving on, people. So let's see. Okay. So most of these I'm not even thinking about. So don't ask me, Jacqueline. I'm not even thinking about what I might do on these pages. Now this is a green, of course, hue. Oh yeah. I don't know that of course, if you're gluing your covers together, Jeannie, you could always sand them down a little bit. That might be a little helpful too. So I have some green out here. This is Folk Art Mossy Meadow. And then if you glue them together, sit them on your kitchen counter or somewhere and then put some heavy stuff on them. And thank you, Vale. And then, let them sit for a couple of days. Yeah. They'll wrinkle less, right, with a wet glue. Or if you use like your tape glue, like your tape runner, maybe you might not be bothered so much about the warping, but that's a good point. Very good point. Oh, there's Ange. Okay, have to go. See you later. And she's on the move. On the move. Maybe take a little bit up onto this little chickadee here. Put a little bit around her. Now it's just, just having fun and just doing whatever comes to mind. There's Angela. Hi, Angela. Picktown partner. Picktown partner. Rubber cement. Oh, there's a product I haven't thought about in a long time. It's a good idea. So pretty much anything goes, I think, Jeannie. Jacqueline and I were just saying it's crazy the two are in the same town. Okay, here we go. I shouldn't have folded that. Kel's package will arrive today. I was checking my package from Debbie. I'm like so anxious for that. Oh, looks like I put a little bit of some kind of blue on blue, heartache on heartache, blue on blue. I think I'm going to need some more wax paper. I tried Yes Paste to glue pages together too, but it's just too messy. I've been using a palette knife with my Yes Paste. You're getting a surprise package, Kel. Cat's out of the bag. Might as well use this up while I have it on my plate. For this cute little guy. Joyce says, I've had good luck, no wrinkles. Oh, good. You use the palette knife too? Yeah, that usually works pretty good for me. To me, the Yes Paste is like a glue stick in a jar, kind of. I tend to forget I have it. Look at this cute guy. All right, let's see. I might want to go with a different color. I wonder if I have anything that's I can get to that's more in that mauvey, corally color. I mean, I have plenty of paint. It's just I didn't think, oh, maybe this. Let's try a little bit of metallic. Um, Not seeing what it's called. Royal Gold. It really looks kind of coppery to me. Thank you, Angela. Peggy. Peggy says maybe she should add some paste to her foundation. It might help. Oh, I should recommend that to my sister. Oh gosh, nothing's going to help this old face. Oh my goodness. All right, so now this is going to be very see-through, but I think that might be okay. I can always add more when I actually come back to work on the page itself. Let's put a little up here. I've kind of boxed myself in here, haven't I? I work in a very tiny space. Usually it's enough, but I'm trying to pay attention to being in screen. This picture here of this gal. She's not really in a swimsuit, I don't think. Maybe it is a swimsuit. Reminds me of a picture my dad kept in his wallet of my mom. So cute. Had it in there till the day he died. Peggy's going to start checking into Spackle. Spackle. All right, let's get another piece of this. Maybe I should cut this. I think I cut it a little wide. And God bless them. Most of these girls, even the older gals that do the little commercials or reels for the makeup stuff, they're just, their skin's beautiful to begin with, you know. All right, let's flip more towards this side. I've got stuff underneath. Let's see. I've been using Deb's book, and I've been storing things in there that I like for maybe myself that I want to do things with. So if you're looking for a really cool book to purchase, I should show it a little longer. This is one of Deb's. I'm sure they're all just as delightful. Art of Fusion, Collage Companion. Well, I'm just doing prep. So I guess it can be kind of reverse, Kel, because I'm taking out some stuff, but I don't really know the definition or where you draw the line between one kind of prep and another. All right, so this is dry, so I can steal that waxed paper. And get my paper tip out. Thinking folding these in might not be so. Okay, so now maybe a little bit of rust. I think I can get to a rusty kind of a brownish. Raw sienna. That might look okay. I want to tuck some of these in. Oh, I wanted to try some spray, but I don't think I want spray on these pages that already have some stuff on it. Bill says, Lori, I really enjoy playing in my magazine journal. Once I lightened up a bit and learned to paint freely and not too much thought. Yeah, I have a hard time with letting myself loosen up. Because when other people do it, it just looks so babaroony, doesn't it? All right, so I'm going to put a little bit of this sienna out. Now I could use a brush, and I did on some of those pages before you got here, a couple of the pages. But I thought this might be a little quicker, maybe not as messy, maybe. Now these are, of course, are two magazines that I thought, well, I could spare those. Not going to worry about reading the articles. So that looks kind of cool. Maybe a little bit up here. And I like that this kind of skidded, scrapey kind of look. That might not be for everybody. If you don't have a brayer, you can really do it with a credit card or something like, a gift card of some kind. Let's see, I got a little bit. Oh, there's another one I did. Okay. All right, so let's grab this. And acrylic paint, for the most part, usually doesn't take too long to dry. Of course, this one I do with a brush. Paper bag, stencils. masks. Mixed media minute. Never thought about that. This is so they took a paper bag and made little cutouts. Just either use scissors or you could use paper punch, which is optional. Never thought about using a paper punch. Paper punch, not paper bunch. Paper punch. I'm thinking I don't want sienna on this page. I'm thinking I more would want maybe like a honey brown. Look at these chicks. Aren't they cute? Wouldn't it be cute to make these? All right, let's see. I'm gonna attempt to move a couple of things here so I can get into my paint wheel a little better. I went and got a TV tray so I had room to put my sprays on. I thought I had like a honey brown right there. I don't see it. I just don't see it. It's probably staring me right in the face. No. Blue or yellow. Maybe that summer squash wouldn't be too bad here. I'm just going to add this on. Uh-oh. Yeah, we see you, Cal. I see you. I don't know if anybody else got blocked. I don't know how you can tell. Sassy girls. If I put a little, is Vale still here? All right, let's see. This is Blue Harbor. I just picked a blue. Didn't really think about. Ooh, got a crumble in there. Now this is going to mix with the yellow, but I'm going to be okay with it. I'm just going to be okay with it. I mean, really, you wouldn't have to do too much to that page, I don't think. All right, let's see if anything back here is dry. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Now, this is a big magazine, a lot of pages and whatnot, so you may not, yeah, maybe Vale is blocked. I don't know if I can see, because I'm not in Facebook. I mean, I'm not in YouTube. Let me, because I think I can unblock her. Let's see if I can get my mouse to cooperate. Cooperation. Okay, so if I go here, yeah, right, if she couldn't, yeah, that's why I think maybe she might be. Okay, let me go into this. It didn't say she was blocked. So, oh, really, Gail? I thought maybe me as the channel owner, I could do it. But I didn't see where she was marked that she was blocked. But maybe she's just away from her keyboard. Gail, look at what Gail says. Gail knows. Gail knows. All right, these, I don't want this color combo on these pages. So let's have another look through. Wow, look at these pages. Uh-oh, here we go. Val was hidden by Kel. Val is unhidden by Kel. There you go. Gail, you are a champ. She knows her stuff. Thank you, Gail. Well, that kind of worked out pretty cool. She was but put in timeout. Sometimes, most of the time, Gail. Maybe a little more blue will brighten that up a little bit. Hopefully she will forgive Ganache. Okay. I'm going to use my heat tool on this one. Okay, Gail. Okay. Now, there's a couple more of these gals. We could get out some pink. These are such cool images. Okay, let me put that back over there. Put these back. There's Carol. Hi, Carol. Good morning. And Timmy has such nice, well, it's not Timmy. I guess it's Ranger. Okay, I did 10 seconds to test it. I don't know what that means. Vale was timed out by, you timed her out again? The same girl. She probably doesn't even know what's going on. Okay, let's see. Let's see. I want some bright stuff here. I'm going to try to spray and then see what happens. Let's see. Oh, this is Delusions. I know. I guess that's not Timmy. I think that's, yeah, Dina Reevely, maybe. So I've got Tangerine Dream. I thought that was red. And I've got a hot pink. Let's see if I can find a yellow. There's not much left in this one. Lemon. Zest. Now, I did bring with me, of course, which I've buried, some packing paper to cover some of my stuff here. To try to avoid everything getting covered in spray. I'm making a little block, a little wall. Now, this is magazine pages. She's there. Oh, Vale, we're so sorry. Kellyanne's kitty cat Ganache stepped on her phone and you got put in timeout. But you weren't being naughty. It was Ganache trying to say hi to her mommy, I guess. So she's back. Woo! Love the turtle. Yeah, these are cool. Okay, so I'm going to just spritz and see what happens first. All right, so this is Funky Fuchsia. Hoping these spray. Whoa, that's a lot. That's a lot. Now, I guess if I don't want them to mix, I should really dry that first. You didn't realize it was you? Oh, gosh, I guess I should have said fail. All right, let me grab another paper towel. We're ever so sorry. Yes, welcome back. This is a good day to do this because I don't have nails on. Okay, let's try this. Now, the thing that I don't like about, oh, you were looking for your small brayer. See this, I try to be very careful at cleaning my nozzles, but see, you can clearly see Lori did not clean that one. I'm not getting anything out of this one. I don't know if that's the only yellow I have. It seems to me when Tim uses his sprays, he has really good control over the spray. I don't. Mine goes everywhere. I don't know if that comes with practice. I think he's using this. I mean, it's the same product. There's a little more. Every couple of pumps, a little something more squid. This is almost empty too, so that could be part of the problem. All right, so we'll put the lemon zest aside, and now I want to use this Tangerine Dream, baby. Tangerine Dream. Did you find your brayer? Yeah, the screens are so sensitive. Oops, got the whole oops, got the whole edge of the page. I didn't think about that. Uh-oh. Oh. That's what we keep saying to the dog. Uh-oh. All right, heat tool. still a little juicy. Juicy. Does anybody know who I mean when I say Fred Klett? I think his name is, or could be Klepp with a P. Klett. He's a comedian. And oh my gosh, he's got this routine. He grew up in a family, there were 10 kids in this family. And he was saying when he was a kid, there wasn't time out. They got spanked. He said, if we had time out, he said I would do what I was going to do with my brothers. And I think he only had maybe one sister. I'll take the time out, he says. It's very funny. We didn't have time out when I was young either. We just, well, my dad had a belt. That's all I can tell you. All right, so that I just sprayed and left, which I think looks fine, you know. Um, Maybe a pot of coffee using this morning's old grounds, added turmeric to a liquid as a base, got dyes in spray bottles almost ready to dye some science. Oh, yeah, you said you got those science workbooks. Coolio. Um, All right, let me put these back. How does alcohol ink work on the magazine papers? Maybe Peggy and Debbie, I'm sure, would know. I guess it leaks all the way through. My one leg is. Oh. All right, let's see. I think I want some kind of blue. Well, this is interesting. This is Lindy's. Anybody know about Lindy's? And I would like to have. Here we go. Crushed grape. We were grounded, but just played in the restricted area. No bother. Your dad had a belt too, Peggy? Yeah, my dad didn't use it often, but when he did, we were more upset about upsetting dad than we were, I think, about getting the belt. Oops. My dad was a man that had a lot of patience. Alcohol ink may not move much, but will bleed. Okay. Lindy is water-based. Okay, thanks, Peggy. Thanks, Debbie. Okay, so that kind of looks cool. Let's put some of this. Yeah, and this looks like it's got some kind of course, I don't see it here yet. Like it has some kind of film or shimmer or something in it. Lindy's will work fine. Okay. Now, what if I just did a spritz of alcohol on there? Ooh, that kind of looks cool. Rolling the puddles around a little. looks kind of cool. Oh, I should get out my mica stuff. And oh, I should get that stuff off. I bet you that would look cool. Hold on, let me just go get that. And then I'm going to tell you a story about my dad. Oh my gosh, this one time, it's so funny. So funny. All right, so let's get that out of the way. See if I can get my drawer. Oh, that's a stretch. Ooh. Now, some of these powders, you got to mix them with, I guess, like a golden matte medium or something. But some of these, I think they're in here. Oh, maybe these are all the powders. Some of them are already liquidy. Yeah, that's powder. I guess they're in the drawer below this one. They're called Silks. Did anybody ever hear of them? They're called Silks. All right, let's see. I never use this stuff. This is stuff I got from that gal. It was changing directions in her art, and she just wanted to get rid of all this stuff. And I happened to be there at the right time. I thought I had them all. You know I'm going to knock something over and have a big mess. Maybe they are in there. Because they're not in that drawer. Oh, wait a minute. It's behind door number 2. Drawer number 2. Door number 3. I found them. Boop, boop. Okay, let's see. Silks acrylic glaze. That's a cool color. These are the same. Nope, wine and roses and pomegranate. Ooh, they're all so pretty. Let's see. We have something blue. Ooh, there's a blue. Now I'm thinking I probably need, I think these are very thick and sticky. Probably because they haven't been used for a long time. I wonder if I could do a paintbrush. Let's see. What do I have handy? Pardon me while I root through my jazz. Here comes the wall. Oh, this is little, but let me see. All right, let's wet this brush. Oh yeah, that's really hard. Look, it's almost dry. Oh, I forgot. We have a lady coming today that's to meet our dog. There's a lady that lives in our area who will come and live in your house while you're on vacation and take care of your dog. So that's really kind of just doing more of the same. I think maybe, yeah, I can't find my palette knife. Shocker. Oh, what a shock. So I guess, well, maybe I'll get my magnifying glass after you guys are gone and read this and see, add some water. It says acrylic, right? So I guess I just need to add water to soften it up a little. Let's see what this yellow. This is pretty thick too. See, my palette knife has a brown handle, and if I have it down, I have a hard time seeing it. It kind of blends in. Oh, really, Kel? I didn't realize you used to do that. Yeah, this is a lot softer. Cool. This could be loosened up too. Oh, this is cool. Cool stuff. I think I painted with this stuff on fabric, stamped an image on and then just painted it in like you would coloring book or something. Look at these things. Aren't they cool? Girls' night out. Look, I got a little bit. All right. Put that in my water. Okay, let's see. Let's get a red. This is an older one. Very red. Trying to use up some of these older paints. Don't drink the paint water. Okay, Cal. She tries to keep me on the straight and narrow. I need reminding. I almost put it in my tea water the other day. Get some of that blue in there too. Isn't that cool? Oh, thanks, Peggy. The gal that we're using, she was not available when we first go away. Okay, Gail. So our neighbors across the street that just recently put their dog down, they're going to do 4 days for us, which is really sweet of them. I think it'll be hard for them. They're really missing their baby. And then this other gal will take over. And then we just got notice that our reservation for the town where my bonus son lives just got accepted. So we're good there. So we just got a few more things left to do as far as reservations go. So it's moving along. Everything seems to be falling in place. So it'll be here before I know it, that's for sure. Oh, so I was going to tell you about my dad. So my dad worked in this steel mill. And of course, he was a really good worker. And they were always bugging him to be a foreman. And my dad didn't want to be a foreman because some of the guys were just, difficult to get along with. And he was afraid he'd end up, wrapping somebody in the mouth. So he would never take the job. But 3 girls, 3 daughters, and my mom. So it lived with 4 women. And then I had a neighbor, Shirley. She lived with her mom and her grandmom. And sometimes she would come over for dinner. She loved coming over for dinner. Oh, thanks, Val. I'm thinking I'm going to try something else here. This might look okay. See, I've got this stuff on my jelly plate. What if I now take it and go like this? So Shirley was coming over for dinner. Oh. And I remember Shirley was my age. We were in the same grade in school. And she had no siblings. So coming over to our house was always a treat. She loved it. She didn't like string beans. I mean, if we had vegetable soup, she never missed a beat. And by the time she was done eating, all the string beans would be in a pile. But it was summertime. I don't know what we were eating, but Mom had, does anybody remember those Tupperware containers? It was a long, narrow box that you put your stick of butter on, and then it had a lid that snapped on top. Well, that's where Mom kept the butter. And when she'd put it on the table for when we were having a meal, she would set the, oh my gosh, we have about 100, 200 blackbirds out in the backyard. She would set the part that had the butter on it on the lid, so it raised it up a little bit. It was like a little stand. So she had it more towards the middle of the table. So my dad would sit at this end. My mom sat right next to him here. A sister here. I always at the end here. Shirley would be here and my other sister here. So whatever we were having, Dad and Mom always seemed to have like bread and butter with every meal. So I guess he was buttering his bread and he couldn't reach the butter. And he kept trying. And he kept trying. And the more he would try, the more us 4 girls would start giggling. Dad was not at this point in a humorous mood. And the harder he tried, now, of course, at no time did he say, would somebody pass me the butter? That would be too easy. So he kept trying to get the butter, So finally, he just had enough and he picked it up and threw it into the kitchen. It was so out of character for my dad. By that time, we're crying. We're all laughing so hard. And now he's laughing. Oh my gosh, I'll never forget that. And then Shirley would say something like, it's so fun to come and have dinner here. It's so fun. It's boring at my house. All right, so maybe I would like to have some kind of a pink, but I don't know that I have a pink. So let's see what I have in sprays. This is Postbox Red. I wonder if I put a little bit of white. It's probably not going to be a nice pinky pink. Hi, Goldie. How are you? All right, so let's take some white. I've got my Folk Art a large jar here. I'm just going to try to get a little bit out on my jelly plate. And then I'm going to spritz it. Not too shabby. I'm doing okay. How are you feeling today? Are you on the mend? You're doing good? All right, let's carry a little bit of this over here. Oh, she was looking for it. She's probably sleeping in. All right. So that's not too bad. Now I'm going to take my paper towel if I can find it, and I'm going to clean that nozzle right off. Okay. Now let me find another piece of waxed paper. That works great, Dad. That's a great tip. Waxed paper in between, and you can just paint and go, basically. And this is really cheap wax paper. This isn't nice wax paper like my mom used to buy. Maybe a little. I wonder if I've got certain paints I seem to run out quicker than other colors. I think all my patina is pretty much gone. This is a Bahama blue. Where's Kel going? Oh, it's snowing and sleeting. Driving is a screw. Yeah, steadily doing better and better. You slept right through. Oh, but that was probably good. That was probably good that you slept through. Okay, so let's take this off. So I'm not sure. Blue and pink might get a little bit of a purpley hue. We'll see if it even picks up. Putting a little bit of this Bahama blue on here. If it's dry, it might not really do anything. I guess I should have left that writing there. My husband said he was going to run out and do errands, and I'm wondering why he's still here. I forgot we had the dog lady come in. She said he's been doing this for 10 years. So a neighbor had her do his house. I think he was gone 3 weeks. His kids live in Europe, so he was gone for quite a while, and she took care of his dog. So that doesn't look too bad. Kel's hunkered down. Good. Now I'm kind of seeing orange, a little bit of brownish yellow. Orange and blue are not good. This I know. Running out of space. Let's try this again. Guess I should, maybe if I go this way. Oh, isn't this pretty? Welcome back, Carol. All right. Oh, yeah, that's cool. Oh, look. Oh, my goodness. Look. How can I pick that up? I guess I have to let it dry. Lori, have you made a magazine spine journal? No, I don't even know what that is. Hey, Janet, hi. Nice to see you. How you doing? Look at that. I'm so excited about that. Well, I guess I won't be using that anymore. That's got to dry. I'm going to try to get that off. Oh, where's Devin? Where's Devin? Devin Rex, where are you? Okay. Gosh, I wish I could find my palette knife. I know as soon as I say so long farewell, I'll be like, oh, it's right there. Usually it's right here. I'm going to have to look that up. Vale, who did you see do that? Or is that your idea? Or does anybody else know what Vale is talking about? A spine journal, magazine spine journal. Goodness, I don't know where it is. I have a couple of plastic ones, but I think they're wider. They're not gonna. Maybe I'll do orange up over here with a brush. So let's try hot saffron. Get what off? Did I say get something off? I don't know. I say stuff I don't even remember. All right, let's do. I'm going to put a little paint on the edge of my card. I think. We've got bubbles. Oh, get what off? I got it, Deb. Wait a minute. Hold on. When I put the jelly plate down on the magazine, it picked up the print. I'll show you. Hold on. Don't go anywhere. When I did this here, wash jelly plate with warm soapy water. No. I want to pull the print. I want to pull the print. Yeah, I know how to clean it. I want to pull it because I'm very excited about that print. I know it doesn't take much to make me happy. Okay, Bill says Lori Caroline on the hillside makes them. Trying to remember. I could probably just Google that term though, Vale. Something will come up. Thank you. Caroline on the hillside. Okay, so I think that looks, for this stage of the game. I'm looking for more waxed paper. So, this I just did. When I was doing the journals, how many journals that I had in process? Gel medium, best bet. Okay, thanks, Deb. So, And then I was getting suggestions of what to do. Scan it before you pull it. Scan it before the pull. See, here's some more boxes. I could do, like, maybe try to do watercolor flowers or something in those boxes. Look at these nice big blank white in your face. Oh, look how cute. So I had a feed sack, and I think Becky suggested fusible web, and then I was talking about it being just one-sided, and then someone said, might have been Becky, I don't know at this point. There's two-sided, so I ordered that from Amazon. So that came. So I was messing around with that the other day. Oh, I just don't think ahead, you know. I'm kind of like, just get at it, and I should know. I'm old enough now to know to stop doing that. So I don't think I did it right. And then the paper they have you use this release paper so the fusible web doesn't stick to your iron or whatever else. So you would pull them with a dark color. It's so pretty. I thought a scan image would let you use it as a background paper. You know, Peggy, I never even think about that. I don't even, I have to, I'm sure I can scan. I'm trying to clean my hands a little bit so I can show you my, so of course the bag just keeps disintegrating. And I was so annoyed with myself because I had slippage, but I had purchased fabric that I wanted to use. So this is the bag. So now it's all together. I did slice it apart. And so I fused it together. All my tinkle tape came off when I was prepping it to get it ready for the fusible web stuff. But then when I folded it, see, it's cracking here. So I'm thinking I could put more fabric here. But then I put my fabric on this side, but it's not sticking. And I think it's because it was the old fusible web. I forgot to put the new stuff down. I mean, how goofy is that? So I did stitch, of course, I did stitch around the edge, and now I'm thinking maybe it will go this way and be a journal this way. I kind of like that. And then when I put my signature in, I can put fabric here that will help to reinforce that.
And I'll probably put the bar down.
And then do something.
So, this is her crazy.
You know, hello. Please don't judge me.
Oh, not at all.
I'm obsessed.
Very interesting.
I'm obsessed.
We're gonna have to spend some time together.
Okay. So this might be okay for the inside of a journal. But I'm loving this fabric. And when I showed when I got the fabric and I showed Jacqueline, I was so thrilled with it. But here, when I went to do this, I threw it on the back of my chair and it kind of unfolded. I realized I was looking at the back of the fabric, girls. I didn't even know it was this bright. Lord have mercy. Life with the elderly. Life with the elderly. Okay, so I'm not finding the brown I want. It's probably on the back side of my paint wheel holder. So, gosh, that looks like my little great niece. So what else can I do here? Okay, let's do, hmm. Let's try this. Let's see how this looks. This is, yeah, I'm going to try a Goldie. And you're on Instagram, right? I can find you on Instagram and I can direct message you a picture. Okay, ice blue, deco art, dazzling metallics. So let's clean this off. Ooh, that's really thick. Maybe I'll do a brush. Clean that off instead of wasting that paint or making it messy. Translucent. It's see-throughy. See-throughy. Goldie. Okay. It will be another week at least before I get home. My mom is holding me hostage at her house. I can understand that. I wonder if I have a piece of, I don't think I do right here handy, of course not. I can get in my, oh, this might work. No, that's silly, Lori. Let's paint some of this on here. This is a dollar store trivet or something I purchased. Look, I got dried paint in there. Okay, so if you're asking yourself, does Lori clean anything? The answer is no. She really does not. I have had that song, I have had that little tune in my head for days. I don't know. What would you do for a Klondike bar? The last thing I need to be thinking about is a Klondike bar. All right, I'm going to get out another piece of my jelly plate. This is little. Let me get this longer one out. This reminds me so much of my little great niece Gemma. Maybe I'll get a picture of her and print it out and put her little face on there. I think I would really like that. She's a little nymph. She's a little tiny. My newest great nephew will be a year the end of April. In fact, if you were with me on Tuesday evening, his grandmom popped in, which was fun for me. But so he's going to be a year old the end of April, and he weighs, I think, over 18 pounds by now, I guess. I'm sure. I think the last time he was the doctor, he was 18 something. And our little Gemma is 2, and she weighs 15. All right, so I'm putting a little bit of this here. And I'll spread it out a little. Oh, maybe I should do this. All right, all right. My go-to is I wish I, oh, thanks, Peg, thanks, Peggy, for sharing that. I don't know why we don't even have any Klondike bars. I didn't see a commercial or anything. I don't know why it's in my head, but it's so annoying. All right, now I'm going to put a little bit of white, I think, back out. I have to find my, see, I was putting my, keep the big jar of white and black because I use more of that than, the other paints. And somehow the black little bottle, who knows where that is. That's been MIA for a while. And the white one, I stuck that somewhere. I think it got pushed back on my shelf. I've got to root for it. I don't remember to look until I want it, Okay, Jeannie, that sounds fun. Enjoy. Make sure you hold hands. Thanks for coming in. It was so nice to see you. Enjoy your day. Okay, let's see. I guess I should look at time. It's 11:28. What is today? Thursday. Okay. Is it the third Thursday? If it's the third, it might be the fourth Thursday. Because Jamie comes on. But she's the third Thursday. Okay, so let's grab another sheet of waxed paper. I am loving this tip. Put that here. Okay, so this doesn't have much blue. We've got rusts and but this is what I have. So once it dries, I can always add the other colors. Now it doesn't look as bad as I thought it would. I'm so itching to go to a Goodwill or something. I haven't been out thrifting. I've been done plenty of shopping. Don't get me wrong. Don't let me mislead you. But I'm just itching to get to a thrift shop. I haven't been for a while. Gail says, I have to gather up garbage and recycle. Hopefully, I'll be back before your stream ends. Yeah, I'm probably not going to be here a whole lot longer, but you take your time. I will send you a couple links on IG. Oh, thanks, honey. That'd be great. Thanks, Vail. All right, so let's pop this down. Now we're back to the pink. Oh, that's pretty. I don't have a lot in the way of pink paint, that's for sure. Okay, so I use that red spray. I still have that out. Now that's going to make a different, it might be okay. So I'm going to add a little more white. Hey, it's mixed media, so thank you. You too, Vail. How bad can it look? And if it looks terrible, terrible bad, and you really hate it, you just paint over it, right? Just paint over it. Now, of course, I'm sitting here doing this and I'm thinking in my brain, I'm still thinking about scanning that. And I'm thinking, okay, once I scan it, what do I have in my computer that I can then manipulate it and move it around. Hmm. It just arrived, Cal? Oh, that's so cool. Excellent. Okay, this is really. Let's put a little piece of this under here. Well, let's. These pages, it doesn't so much matter because it's kind of the same coloring. This goes on for days, for days. This is really not the size for this magazine. You can't slide a jelly plate. Just saying. Okay, here we go. I remember Lisa Conway making a lap book. Gosh, that was quite a few years ago. It was really cool. I might think about making one, but I have to get my laps back first before I do it. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I'd like to lose another 30 pounds before I leave for our trip. Wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that just be great? Okay. Let's see. I don't know if I can get this off. All my purple hair's falling out. Let's go this way. Whoops. Hard to turn the page. Give it a little massage. I did it again. It did it again. Not as clear, but it's under there. Maybe I should try to get another print. See, that's almost dry already. Not right there, but these are all dry already. I'm going to hit this little spot. All right, so let's try. Well, that raw sienna might work again. I'm going to put a little bit up here. Just going to try to get a little drip on my jelly plate and brayer that out. And pop it over here. Flip it over, give it a little rub. Give it a little rub down. No, that's even got not as good as that first one. But see, there is some that pulled up. I didn't think you could pull anything up from magazines like this. So that could be a second. Okay. So of course that's pretty dry. Bold blocks. So now you're probably all bored out of your minds. I know, right, Goldie? Now I'm thinking about this. How cool would that be? All right, let me get, I think I have a similar color. Let's see. This might be a little more green than that is, but it might be okay. Let's try it. All right, so this is bluegrass green, and this is really feels light. I don't know that there's anything really much in here. No, look, see, look. Why would one save this? Is a question. All right, let's do the Murray. Let's whack this baby in half and see if there's anything in here to get out with my Timmy scissors. Ugh. Got my finger. Good thing Ange is in here. Okay. I mean, seriously, I have to start throwing stuff out. I don't have a whole lot of grip. There's a little bit down there. Can you even stand how little there is in there? Oh my goodness. It's not like I don't have paint, you know? It's not like it's my last little bottle of paint. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with me. Okay, I'm going to scoop it out with a brush or finger. I just poked it for a change. I didn't. There's no blood. No bloods. All right, let's get the brayer out of the way. I mean, this really is a little more green than I'd want, but I'm committed now. Okay, that's probably way too much. Oh, let's hope that doesn't drip in there. Okay, so see, I'm still not ready to throw that out. All right, this is going to be trouble. I got to find a spot to set it. Okay, brayering that around on my little piece of jelly plate. I'm going to try to get that. I think it's probably too wet. And I'm going to have a blob. You know what I should have done? Oh, it's going to be messed up. I should have put it down. Oh, most of it is from Jacqueline, Kel. You're welcome. Just that little book is from me. Yeah, that didn't go so good, kids. That didn't go so good. All right, let's redo. I mean, that looks okay. Kind of. Kind of, but not really. Now I'm going to do it again because I'm running out of room for my brayer. Now, some magazine pages are thinner, you know, and these are pretty nice weight, pretty nice quality. So if you're going to be shopping for magazine, a couple magazines to put together and you have a choice, that might be something to consider. So that's a little bit there, not much. Okay, I might have to give up on that. I think I was just really lucky that that first print came off. All right, so what am I looking at time? Quarter, okay, 15 minutes, 12 noon, and I will end the stream. I'm looking for, see, I mean, this is so big, but it's really cool to glue them together, I think. Now, where's my, I think I could use more of this color on these pages. So let's just slap some on and use it up. Now, if you decide to glue a little bit together, I mean, you know, magazines together and do this, so let me know. I would love to know that. Kel says, Jacqueline, thank you. Lori, that I know, right, Kel? I got myself one too. I got mine yesterday, and I said the same thing to Jacqueline. It's so darling. Okay. Let's go back here and get a piece of waxed paper. Just checking. Yep, all dry. Boy, I feel like I'm getting a lot done here. This is so great. I'm just going to continue till I use this up. I knew I saved this for a reason. See, there's plenty of paint in here. Okay, that is kind of cool. So I like that writing. So I'm not going to cover that one up. I don't know what it says. Something interesting, I am very sure. On any given day, we may be sifting through fabric samples, painting on book spines, sorting vintage ephemera for our subscribers, or testing a new idea. Cool. All right, and I think that's the end of that. In the bin, there it goes. You're my witness. All right, now look here. I have this is avocados. Avocado. So let's put some more white back out and let's see if we can print a little bit of this avocado bag. I know I'm going over the words, but they're really not that distinct. It's just really thick. I know folk art is a thicker paint, but it's just really thick. All right, let's see. Okay, push too hard because it goes down in the little. Can I get this off? Why do I feel that was? Hold, please. Hold, please. Boy, I don't know anything about avocados. I mean, they're fairly new to my diet. And I had one yesterday, and I got a bag they all felt pretty nice. Usually, they're hard as bricks. And the one I picked the softest one, and then when I opened it up, some of it just didn't look good. You know, maybe it was okay. I mean, I ate a little bit of it. I mostly picked out the stuff that was the nice green color. You do, Goldie? My sister does too. I mean, I'm on the fence, really. I eat it because it's good for me. Look, I ruined it. I'll have to get my new bag and save that. All right, let me see if I can get it. Nah. Eh. It's not the best idea I've ever had. Let's go this way. Oh, we're going from bad to worst. Well, I could always paint over it, but not with that color because I threw it away. Let's try this. That's better. So then, yesterday I wanted to eat, I forget what. Oh, I didn't have any sourdough bread. So Jacqueline said, well, you should make a cottage cheese wrap. I said, okay, that's a great idea. So I've tried a couple times before and it just didn't work. Now the recipe I found, I didn't see anywhere where the girl said how much cottage cheese. So instead of moving on and finding another recipe, I was sucked in because it only had 3 ingredients: cottage cheese, 2 eggs, and she used oregano. She said you could use, whatever seasonings appealed to you for whatever you were using it for. So put it in the blender. And she was saying, like, I don't know, the Vitamix is the best blender, so your blender may not handle this well. It was just cottage cheese and eggs. So I dumped in a cup of cottage cheese, 2 eggs, and I did onion powder and garlic powder. And hers was spreadable. She's saying make sure you put down your parchment paper, spread it out. Well, mine was runny. I think I've saved some of their stuff, Peggy. That name sounds familiar to me. So it was so runny. So I added more, and it smelled like I got a lot of garlic powder in there and stuff. So I thought, well, I'll just add more cottage cheese. Well, by the time I was done, I had half of the tub of cottage cheese, the big one in there. It poured out. I didn't spread anything. I just had to roll my pan. I mean, it was huge. Supposed to bake for 25 minutes. Oh my gosh. It was still real wet and jiggly. So put it in for longer. Now that's what I just did, but that's dry. And I wanted to fry an egg, have my avocado. Oh, look at that. Isn't that cool? Have my avocado on you use the air fryer. See, I don't use my air fryer. I should do that. You do it to cook the cottage cheese wrap? Oh, that's interesting. So I put it in the oven. It must have cooked 45 minutes to an hour. And it was still, and the girl said, if you use parchment paper, you're not going to have any trouble getting it off. Wrong. I couldn't get it off. It came, it was like, it wasn't a wrap. It was like lettuce leaves. It was all like little chunks. I mean, end product tasted okay. So I've got it was, and of course it was huge. So I have half of that left. So for lunch, I'm going to put some sauce and some, I think mozzarella cheese on it and see if I can get it to taste like a little pizza. But holy smokes, it just was not good. Now I would love to find something that color. Oh, let's see what we've got. My favorite color many years ago was, well, rook. What is this? This is black plum. I don't think I want black plum. I don't know if I have any of the rook still. Wineberry. Napa red. That's kind of close to what I want. And Georgia clay. I always like Georgia clay. Of course, that's too orangey for here. And you use high fat. Yeah, this wasn't low fat. That's one thing she said. She said, cottage cheese with some fat is better. So can't say third time's the charm. I think I could say 3 strikes and you're out. Now, maybe it tells you in the article. I would never think to do that, especially putting the stitches, but maybe they treated that little leaf with some golden matte medium or something. Now, I'm thinking I might be able to get a good print with that if I move quickly. Let's try it here. Let's go that way. Gold Christmas book. Okay. Nah. Or I think I need another. I'm just going to put try a little bit. I mean, these paints have to be, we've been here almost 10 years. And I had these a good 10 years before we moved here. This one guy, I don't know what his channel is called either. He's got to me like a little funny voice. And he just like when he dumps his strawberries in his blender, he don't take the stems off. That drives me crazy. But I think it was him. He had some kind of chicken nuggets he was doing where he blended everything up in the blender and then just formed them like nuggets and put them in the air fryer. Boy, they looked good. So I don't think that'll scan because it's so dark. Maybe I should try to replicate what I did before and use a lighter color. That red's a good color for here, though, isn't it? Mhm. Time machine. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, I didn't tell you guys. I told Jacqueline. So we went over to Pennsylvania. When did I cancel my show? Sunday, to meet with our son. So we just went to a mall where we could sit and have a little something to eat and then work on our travel arrangements, right? So I see this person come walking by and they've got a thing of cotton candy. So I said to my son, he and I are so much alike. I said, "Oh, cotton candy?" He's like, "Oh, yeah, there's a machine over there, but every time I come, the machine's not working." I said, "Oh, that's a bummer." And then we saw somebody else with one. I said, "Well, obviously it's working today." He's like, "Yeah, I'll have to check it out later." Well, I couldn't wait. So I went over and there's this machine. I'd never seen it before. Where did I do with that Bahama Blue? Oh, I put it up here. It doesn't belong there. I'm going to use the Bahama Blue on this page right here. And I thought you could put money in. So I put the money, I took my money over there and I'm thinking, oh, this is going to be cool. And I'm reading the machine. It doesn't take cash. You have to use, this is too much paint. You have to use a credit card. Okay. So I'm signaling the boys, bring over my handbag. I need a credit card. So I said to my son, if I get this, are you going to eat it? He's like, oh, yeah. Well, here there's all kinds of, there's different shapes and different flavors of cotton candy. I know, Peggy, you're probably cringing. All that sugar. I was so mesmerized, I couldn't even stand myself. And then my husband comes over. He's kind of a killjoy, gotta say. So he says the price. He's very discouraged. I'm like, oh, come on. It's just like, I'm not going to get it every day. I just want to see how it works. Well, I never think of this. So my son recorded it. It's so, I mean, I wonder if I could show it without getting in any trouble. All right. So this is still kind of, man, put too much paint on. So I wanted the egg shape because it looked like a unicorn egg or something. Those colors. So we had a hard time getting the credit card thing to work, but my son figured it out. He finally figured it out. So then it just starts. The little paper cone goes in one spot and it hangs over and it starts shaping and crimping. It was so cool. I could hardly even stand myself. So he picked a flower because he picked it for the flavors of cotton candy. Now, oh, this one did good. See, it's the lighter paint. So now I have two. I'll try to scan. Yoo-hoo. Do you think I'll get in trouble if I show it? It's my own video. It's nobody else's video. Oh, when they squish the penny. Oh, I like those little plastic ducks when you play the game with the little claw. Let me see if I can find it real quick. This was so, like, I want to take my grandchildren there. That's never going to happen, but I mean, I want to go again. Okay, so who is it? It's my son. All right, so let's go back here and let's go. Who is he? Now she should have done it here. Here we go. Can you see? Oh, here we go. There it's starting. And then it does different colors. So the center of the flower was one color, and then all of a sudden you'll see the other colors start, and look how shaky my hand is. So now it's going to come back down. See, it went up there and it like hit the heat or something, and it's shaped like the center of the flower. Because it's sugar, so it just melts. Has anybody else seen one of these? Look, there go the petals. See, it goes up, it's making the dinks in to make the little petal, form the petals. Then we have blue on the outside, so now the blue's going on. I was just, I can't tell you, I was beside myself. See, and then it goes out, goes through the little hole, and then the window opens up, and you get it out. But there were different shapes, different flavors. I mean, and then on the end of the machine, they're looking for somebody to clean the machine once a week. $30 to $50 for an hour. I'm like, to my son, that's a good, I know, right, Peggy? Oh man, if I could talk my daughter into letting me, no, I don't think that's going to happen. Maybe she would go with us. Oh, I would just love to do that. But anyway, okay, so I think I'm going to stop here. I'm a little past 12 noon, so I hope that's okay. Thanks for coming in. Gosh, it was nice to see so many of you. And thanks for hanging out. Got some good food tips anyway. And I think I got a lot accomplished. There's still, of course, a lot to do, but that's part of the. I think that's part of the attraction. You know, you've got all these, and not all magazines are created equal, right? So, I mean, this is an art magazine, so you've got a lot of fun images, and you may not have access to this. Look, this one got really wrinkled. Oh, look, I tore it. I manhandled that one. I really slapped that paint on. I'll dry that up with the heat tool. But Deb gave the tip, to put the wax paper in. And that has worked really pretty well for me. They can be used, I'm sure, again and again. Oh, I didn't show you he did send me a picture of it when it came out. Here we go. So that's how it looked when it came out. This was like a heart shape, and then the petals around. All right, so Sunday at noon, I expect to be streaming again. If you can join me, that would be fabulous. And then I have to start thinking about how I want to work with some of these pages. So I got quite a few done. I want to mark this one because I want to come back in and try to save that. And then I'm going to try to scan these jelly plates. We'll see what happens there. And yeah, so that's it for today. Enjoy the rest of your day. And it is the weekend. Have a good weekend. And I'll see you soon. And don't forget, take time to be creative and enjoy the journey. So until next time, friends, take care. See you soon. Bye-bye.